Emmerdale spoilers. Nate faces losing everything as he turns to crime. Since Nate was told he'd lost his job on the farm in Emmerdale, he's been spiraling, and that spiral ends with him turning to the dark side. Desperation has been sweating through his pores, and he turned to blackmailing Caleb and Corey in a vain hope of saving him and Tracy from becoming destitute. But it was a chancy move. If discovered by Kane that he had kept Caleb's secret for his own gain, he'd be ostracized. That's one hell of a risk to take for the sake of putting food on the table. But he's in deep now, and Caleb sets Nate up with Corey for his training. And Corey, sensing there's a greater need from his pal, slyly tells Nate there are ways to make even more cash on the side. Client Harry arrives, and he is straight away impressed with Nate, which lands the former farmhand a huge tip. This is a bit of a win for the young dad, and he confirms to Corey that Caleb doesn't have to know. Big mistake. This isn't Caleb's first rodeo, and he has a nose for these things. Straight away he suspects Corey is up to something dodgy and asks Nate to keep an eye on him. Nate does as he's asked, has a little dig, and makes a shock discovery that Corey's deal with Harry isn't exactly above board. But with his eyes on the cash, Nate agrees to keep it quiet. Nate lies to Caleb in the hope of a pay rise, and then goes to Corey to warn that Caleb is onto him, in his own attempt to back out of the deal. He is only making things worse for himself at this point. Unfortunately for him, there is no backing out. Nate is in too deep, and Corey warns him as much. He tells a naive Nate that getting on the wrong side of Harry will be worse for them than Caleb. What has Nate got himself into?
Ok, soát spoiler là kênh tin tức chuyên cung cấp cho các bạn những thông tin mới nhất về những bộ phim xà phòng của Vương quốc Anh như Emmerdale, con đời Tragic và Hollywood. Các bạn hãy để lại bình luận bên dưới về những thông tin chúng tôi đã nêu trong video. Hãy like và subscribe để ủng hộ kênh. Xin chào và hẹn gặp lại các bạn.